The Coastal Rivers Water Planning and Policy Center, located on the Georgia Southern University campus in the College of Business Administration, focuses on all aspects of area water conservation.
Our mission, we serve all of southeast Georgia and the rest of Georgia actually, but our focus is on southeast Georgia to get the stakeholders for the policy and research that they need about water and water conservation practices. So that includes industries, communities, and farmers, and also residents within this area.
From farmers to businesses to local governments, the Planning and Policy Center assists in researching important and relevant water conservation efforts. But their message reaches even further than that. The Policy Center is now reaching out to area children with a Ripple Water Festival being held at the Screven County Rec Center.
We feel like each child kind of has a ripple effect in the community once they learn about the different aspects of water that they get to catch here.
Well, the best group to educate about water is actually kids. You've looked at some research, and adults are not very good at changing their habits. So the fourth graders are the best ones. If we train them and tell them about this stuff, they'll go and tell their parents about turning the water off when they brush their teeth, about recycling and various things like that. They're much better at it. Last time we did this water festival, I came out to the recreation department right after that, and I had parents coming up to me saying that they learned all about water just because they're kids. So we get a better outreach by going through kids.
The Ripple Water Festival.
It's an acronym that stands for Riparian Investigation, promoting place-based limnology education.
Is not only educational and informative for area children participating in the event, but the organizers made sure that the grade schoolers are entertained too.
Yes, we have a lot of exciting activities, and one of them, for example, that I really enjoy is called the edible aquifer, which is basically you create geologic formations with different edible materials such as ice cream and ice and chocolate chips. And we also have a little bit of what we call pollution, which is represented by red Kool-Aid powder. And what the students get to do is these are wells in a cup, essentially. And with each layer, they get to see what layers there are of the earth. And then they sprinkle Kool-Aid on the top, and they put a straw through it and drink. They drink the surface water, and they watch how the Kool-Aid or the pollution goes to the bottom, to the groundwater. That's just one. We also have a conservation activity. We have the activity hall, which is filled with lots of different things, such as bubbleology. We also have the Keep Screven Beautiful doing a recycling thing. And we have many other activities in there that are illustrated very well by our other activity, which is the wetland hike, which brings it all together. The wetland hike is essentially bringing the students outside to the wetland, and they get to experience it firsthand. And that's one of the main goals, is to keep it interactive.
We actually, let me back up. We do economics and policy as our focus for the center. So anything that does with water on economics and policy, we try to study and research and write papers, policy papers on that. So that could be helpful for communities or helpful for a farmer, but we stay back on the research side is our primary focus.
Due to statewide budget cuts, the Policy Center's budget was eliminated by $180,000 this year. With these festivals costing between $6,000 and $10,000 per event, local sponsorship is more important than ever.
All right, for volunteers, we have about 30 volunteers, and these volunteers come from state agencies and even local governments and even some nonprofits. We have some people from Georgia Southern, we have the Botanical Gardens, we have the Wildlife Center, and for state agencies, we have the Department of Community Affairs, and we have the Georgia Forestry Commission. For nonprofits, we have Ogeechee-Canuchee Riverkeepers, Hands on Georgia, and a number of other ones.
And that's for the activities today, or is that?
That's the activities for the Ripple Water Festival. And then for sponsors for this particular event, we have a number of local entities, businesses that are involved in sponsoring. So we have IGA and Harvey's and Bilo, and we have Subway and Ag South and a number of other people. Even the city of Sylvania has been sponsoring this event.
Nathan Hensley also emphasized the importance of these types of educational outreach programs.
My primary focus is getting out there, mostly with elementary age children, and letting them know how important it is to protect our water resource and to kind of recognize it as a lifeblood of the earth.
For more information on the Coastal Rivers Water Planning and Policy Center, log on to www.coastalrivers.org. This has been John Ring reporting for Eagle News Network.
Oh, they're a good group.